Good morning, everybody. Betty's back again, yet again. So today, this is one I've seen ages ago and I really fancied doing it. And you've probably seen it on the internet or on the YouTube. It's called Marry Me Chicken, but it looks absolutely delicious. So I'm going to give it a go. So come with me and I'll show you the ingredients. Okay, so we have some chicken breasts there. I'm probably going to use two, but we'll see. I've got half an onion there, which I've chopped. 3 garlic cloves, which I've minced. Is it a teaspoon of that? Let me just check. It is 1 teaspoon of oregano, 2 teaspoons of paprika, the juice of half a lemon, salt and pepper, 150 ml of double cream, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 200 ml of chicken stock, that's 1 chicken stock cube with 200 ml of boiling water, a tablespoon of tomato puree, about 15 grams of basil, 50 grams is it? 50 grams of plain flour, 150 grams of sun-dried tomatoes, and how much of the, 1 second, 50 grams of parmesan. So I think that is everything, and I haven't forgotten anything. So let's get cracking. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is to butterfly these chicken breasts, and one of them is only very small, so I'm actually going to use all 3. Why not? So just carefully, you need a sharp knife, just gonna cut through there, butterfly it open like so. That's 1 done. Now for that one, that looks like mine. So let's just have a look, see if I can butterfly this open. Here we go. Got a nice, I'm going to use my nice big frying pan for this. So, yep, that's worked a treat. Just butterflied it open. Lovely jablate. And the same with this one. Just going to butterfly it down the middle, keeping your hands and your fingers out the way. You know what I'm like. So there we go. That's 3 of those. I'm going to wash my hands. That's 3 of those butterflied. So I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, so I've put our plain flour into a big bowl. And we're just going to put, I'm not going to season it or anything. I'm just going to put the 3 chicken breasts into here. And I'm just going to give them a quick coating, patting it off before we fry it. Just make sure that you've got a good coating on there. A nice even coating. Shake it off so it's well coated with flour, like so. Make sure you get the inside. Quick dusting off. Lovely. I've got my pan there, I've put some olive oil in my pan, and that's warming up just gently now as I'm doing this, so should be ready to go by the time I've done this. Right, so that's all 3 of those done. So I'll come back and show you the next stage. Okay, so I've got my pan on, like I said, over a medium heat. So all I'm going to do now is add our chicken. Make sure it's away from you when you put it in. Put it away from you. And basically, I'm going to fry those for 5 minutes. So I will come back in 5 minutes and flip them. Be a nanosecond for use. Okay, so that has had 5 minutes, and what we're looking for is a little bit of colour. So I'm going to flip that. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. So that's the first flip done, and now it'll cook for another 5 minutes, and then we will remove them. Okay, so that has now had its 5 minutes on both sides. Nice and some nice colour on there. So I'm going to put these onto a plate for now, remove from the pan. I've turned the pan down to low. Look at that. Don't worry about the chicken, it's going to get cooked further later on in the dish. So we don't have to check for temp right now. So as I say, I've turned that down. So next to go in is our onions. Same pan, don't bother cleaning it out, all that goodness in there. And our minced garlic is going in there. Right, so this bit's, I'm going to have to keep my eye on it because obviously with the garlic you don't want it to burn. So I'm just going to saute them for about 5 minutes until they've softened up a little bit. Okay, so they've softened up slightly. So I'm going to go in now with tomato paste, about a tablespoon. There. They've not quite softened up completely. So obviously with the tomato paste, you want to be cooking it out and getting rid of some of the, like the bitterness of it, the rawness. So I'll continue cooking that until that's done. A couple of minutes. Okay, so that's had about 2 minutes there. So I'm going to go in now with 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. Into that. 2 teaspoons of paprika. Come on, you know you want to come out. 1, 2. I think we need some more paprika. And our sun-dried tomatoes, which I've drained as best I can. They're going in. And again, I'm just going to fry these off for about 5 minutes or so. Right, so it's had its 5 minutes. There was one, I've seen a few different variations of this dish, and some said to add chilies, dried chili flakes, some doesn't. So I am going to put some chili flakes in, because we like a bit of spice. But if you don't like it, don't put it in. You can put as little or as much as you want. I'd say about that would be about right. About a teaspoon or so, maybe a bit more. And just bring that together. It smells delicious. The sun-dried tomatoes I've broke up a little bit as I was cooking. So next to go in is our 150 ml of double cream. Lovely. And our 200 ml of stock. Our 50 grams of Parmesan cheese goes into that. Give it a little bit of a mixy. And you'll start to see this change into a nice, hopefully, orangey sort of colour. Yes, it's coming together. It smells absolutely delicious. Right, next to go in is some salt and pepper. Season it to taste. There we go. Again. And I'm probably going to cook this for 5 minutes or so and let it sort of like meld together and maybe it's reduced down a little bit. So I'll come back on at that stage. Okay, so that's reduced down a little bit. So we're now going to go back in with our chicken. Like I said, it's getting cooked further. A few resting juices there. Do not waste those. They go into the sauce. Right. I need a big spoon. So basically, I'm now going to leave these in the pan for 5 minutes on this side, and all I'm going to do is keep basting it in the sauce. So it'll be 5 minutes each half, each side. I beg your pardon. Now this one's going to be a bit more tricky. Like I say, so in that 5 minutes, I'll just make sure that all this is well coated in this delicious sauce. I've had a little sneaky taste and it is banging. So there we go. I'll come back in 5 minutes and turn them over. Right, so that has had its 5 minutes. So all we're going to do now is flip these babies onto the other side and do exactly the same for a further 5 minutes. And then of course I will probe them to make sure that they're up to temperature. Right, I'm just going to get you in and show you this basting process. Look at this. Yummy. Let's get my camera sorted. So I'm just making sure that they're all coated in this loveliness. I'll tell you something, it smells absolutely amazing. Right, there we go. How good does that look? Wowzers. I'll come back in 5 minutes. Again, a nanosecond for use. Right, so that has now had its 5 minutes. I'm going to turn it off the heat. I've just probed it and it's well over 80, so it's cooked. So the final little touch is a squeeze of half a lemon into there, just over the top. Lovely jubbly. And some roughly chopped basil is going to be going in now, just for garnish on top. Maybe a little bit more. Very chefy. Right, so there it is. That is my version of Marry Me Chicken. So without further ado, I'm going to have a little taste of this. Right, it's taste testing time for Buddy Boy. That's my version of Marry Me Chicken. So good, it's supposed to make whoever you give it to want to marry you, apparently. Don't know how true that is. But anyway, right. I'm going to try this. Let's get stuck in. Sure the sauce and everything is on there. You can see the chicken's perfectly cooked. I did probe it. Oh, oh my days. Missy. What's the matter, Missy? Mrs. wants in on the action. That is, wow. Wow, that's all I've got to say. Wow. I think that's one of the best chicken dishes I've ever cooked. It's that good. The flavours are all there. The sun-dried tomato flavour, the garlic, the basil. You can taste every little thing in there. The oregano. It's just banging. The paprika. Just a little hint of the chilli. Not blow your head off, but just there. Wow, that is so good. That is so, so good. That's one you definitely have to try. I know I keep saying that. You've got to do that. Just once, just try it. That is, I think that's about my favourite chicken dish I've ever had. That is beautiful. So, it's dinner time now, so I don't know what we're going to have the rest of it for tea tonight. You can do whatever you like with it, I suppose. You could do pasta with it, you could do rice with it, you could do chips with it, or just eat it with some bread and dunk it in, whatever takes your fancy, but that would go with anything. That would go, as Guy Fieri used to say, that you could eat that with a flip-flop, put it between a flip-flop and eat it, it's that good. Right, anyway, I'll shut up now, but that is banging. So, once again, everybody, thank you for watching, for liking, subscribing, commenting, and all your lovely comments, recipe ideas. Just keep them all coming, because we absolutely love it. So I'm going to sit down and have that other little bit for my dinner. We've got 2 bits there left for tea tonight. So I will catch you guys very, very soon. Take care. Bye for now.